Hi, Caleb with Brownells here. In today's quick tip, we're going to be going over how to use the Short Action Custom Modular Action Wrench. And before I really get into that, I want to go over kind of why it exists and a brief history of it. So before, gunsmiths like myself and a lot of others out there, they had to have a toolbox full of different action wrenches for the bolt guns that they were working on. For example, you had a different wrench for your Remington 700s, your Savages, your Mausers, all that stuff had a different wrench. But with the Short Action Custom Modular Action Wrench, you just have one wrench body with interchangeable heads. So they're super easy to change, and it saves a lot of space in your toolbox. Now, the way this kind of came about was, Short Action Custom saw a need and started to fill it. So they started making these little heads before they actually made the action wrench. Now these heads, you'll notice, will fit on a standard driver. So they can be used, and even still today, they can still be used on a standard driver, but it's better to use them on the wrench because it helps center it in the body. So the heads came first. They said, this is awesome. Let's make a body for it to make it even better to use. And that's exactly what they did. So the way this actually works is you take the actual body itself, and it comes with this threaded post right here. And all you're going to do is thread that all the way into the front until it stops. And it does have a spot for a hex wrench here, but I'm just going to do it hand tight just to show you how it works. You take the actual tool for the specific action you're going to be using. For example, this is the Remington 700. We slip it over. Then we take this bumper. Now this bumper is going to be threaded on the end here, and that's going to keep everything together. Now the reason this bumper is important is because it actually spaces the engagement area of the wrench to the lugs inside the action so that everything is getting full contact, so you're not putting any unnecessary stress on the edges of those lugs, which is really important and a really cool feature of this wrench. So then from there you have it says top right there on the bottom for those of you who are a little bit tool challenged like I am sometimes. Alright, all we're going to do, insert it into the rear of the action and push it all the way in till it stops. And as you can see there, it's perfectly aligned against the lugs. So now, holding our barrel in a barrel vise, or whatever you're using to hold your actual barrel, you can then put torque on the rear of this rod, and that will unscrew your action from your barrel. And that's obviously the preferred method of removing a barrel from a bolt gun. So that there is how you use the Short Action Custom Modular Action Wrench. And the way you would actually purchase it is that you buy the body, and then you buy whatever heads you need for the bolt action rifles that you're working on. And this setup here is a great addition to any gunsmith or enthusiast's toolbox who like working on bolt action rifles. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them down below. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. And of course, if you have any questions on the use of it, feel free to give us a call on the tech line. We'll be happy to help you out. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.